So Kenzie, tell us one thing that you wish our audience knew about you, and please introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name's Kenzie Carter, and you can find me on TikTok. My name is Little Heat on there, and then the Kenzie Carter on Instagram. And my TikTok is basically just me doing in the beauty, lifestyle, and fashion space. I really just kind of post whatever feels like right for the day. I do a lot of makeup looks. I do outfits put together and things in that space. And really, I'm just kind of highlighting my personality through, the lens of the camera. So
I've been looking forward to this because I've been following you on TikTok for quite a long time. Yeah. I don't use your makeup tutorials, obviously, but what's really funny and enjoyable for me is the humor that you inject into some of your pieces on there. I laugh with my wife about some of those in a good way.
Yeah.
But also just showing that fashion. I know a lot of women that I talk to, they don't know how to become feminine and authentically feminine and express themselves. So I'm glad that there's women like you in that space showing them how to do that.
Well, I think that's what's important for things that I show on my page, that I don't think my typical fashion that I like to put together, my thoughts behind actually building an outfit is, okay, what would people do and what would they not do? Because I like to actually kind of do the opposite and like mix styles together. And one of the things that I like to do, I like the grunge look, but I also like a mix of Western fashion. So I mixed that all together and I made like the Western grunge, and I like to style in that. But then I like the modern and street style as well. So really my whole closet is just a mix of everything. And I just, I know people say you have many different personalities, but I really do. So I just show that through my different makeup looks throughout the day and my different outfits throughout the day too. So
interesting.
What do you think about, okay, because I'm a millennial and I'm a bit of an elder millennial. So sometimes, and I grew up with all brothers. So sometimes when I see your generation, and I don't want to sound like I'm patronizing or condescending or I'm aging myself, and that's okay. But sometimes I think that your generation shows a bit too much skin. What do you think about that? Like, do you think that that we're losing kind of some modesty when it comes to the Gen Z generation? Or do you think that it's just becoming more of an expression of who you are, like through the fashion, and it's okay to show skin?
Well, I also, to answer your question with that, I think it kind of depends on the person. If you're confident and you are comfortable with who you are, then you shouldn't worry about dressing to please somebody else. If you think, oh, well, this person wouldn't think this is modest enough. Well, if you're comfortable in your own skin or willing to do it, then rock it. Do what you do, live your life, do what you want to do. But I can see where you're coming from and saying that the style is really different these days and that maybe people aren't as modest as they used to be. But I think that it's just people are changing, times are changing. And if they're confident, like I said, if they feel comfortable in it, then I think they should go for it.
I think I remember when we would get dressed for school and when we would go out, and the message that our generation got, and maybe this is a generational, topic, but the message that my generation got was, you don't want to show too much skin, or you don't want to dress a provocative way, or like you don't want to show this or that, because then you're like giving the wrong impression out to men. Like it was really male focused as far as like, there was, I call it healthy slut shaming. I'm sure there's not as much healthy slut shaming, but, and I don't know, maybe that's good or bad. Like I would love to hear your opinion on it. And from a male's perspective, like, is there something in the male mind, or is it something that you see when you see a woman dressing a certain way? Does that still kind of stand? Do those beliefs from a man's perspective still stand?
I will say this, as a father with now my 5th child on the way, and we just found out it's going to be our 3rd daughter. I worry about this a lot. I don't worry about, are they going to show skin, I should say. I'm not sitting here like, they must wear this, and I'm picking out their clothes now. No, I don't want to do that at all. I want them to find that authentic expression, right?
Yeah.
My concern, and I hope you can answer this maybe, is as we're getting away from modesty, which is, if that's their feeling, okay. As we get away from there, is there a drive to go in the other direction? Do maybe young women today feel like they have to show more skin? I would hope my daughters don't have to face that, but if they do, please tell me and break my heart now so I can prepare them for it.
I'm not sure that that's necessarily true, that people feel they have to they have to show more skin. I think a lot of the times, though, that people are dressing in the styles that are, for instance, popular on TikTok. Like, people say, oh, I love her outfit, where can I get that? And it may show a little more than normal, but I really just think that people like what they see in terms of like the trending fashion, and I don't really know if they're thinking about it in the terms of, oh, this isn't modest. I honestly don't think a lot of people maybe in our generation are basing their outfit on that perspective.